Here at CEDIA 2016 at the Luxul booth with Jeff Curtis. Hello, sir. How are you?
Good, Tim. How you doing?
Good. How's your show so far?
It's been great. Booth's been really busy the last 2 days. A lot of dealers through. We felt it's been really successful.
Very good. If you're not familiar with Luxul, you guys do networking.
We do.
You do wireless. You do access points, routers, and stuff like that. One of the common themes, I guess, at this year, at least the way it feels so far, is the network is becoming more of a central hub for the home market, as a contrast to the commercial market where they have IT departments.
Right.
Right. They're going to have a CTO.
Right.
Have folks that hand the integrator a list of IP addresses. The home market, the integrator is the IT manager a lot of times.
It really is, and so as you start to roll out home control systems, like all the cool products you see here in this hallway, all this stuff runs now today on an IP network, and so you have to have a robust network to support all these services. And over time, dealers have figured out, if you don't have a good network, the rest of the stuff just doesn't work. And so they've really become adept at speccing in and selling to the homeowner a quality network that will support the services you see here.
How do you guys support them then with your products? So you have a dealer who comes to you and says, you know what, Jeff, I've got a 3,000 square foot house, 2 different floors. I know I'm going to have different access points. I'm going to have coverage, different areas. Maybe I've got a concrete wall somewhere.
Right.
How do you help them design and implement that?
So a number of different ways. One is, if you look at the dealers coming in here, their expertise is in audio, video, not networking.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit foreign to some of the guys, although over time they're all getting much better at installing and supporting networks. So we provide a lot of training in the field that gives the guys the basic knowledge they need to install, put in, and support an IP network. The other thing we do is we provide free front-end support, free support on things like if I've got a house, I can send that drawing of the home in. Our pre-sale support team will take a look at that, help recommend the right gear to go in the home, recommend placement for the access points, and the right level of gear to do that. So we provide that pre-sale support that'll get down to very specifically for job projects.
All right, well, let's talk about some of your products. One of them is your wireless and then the access points. If you're an integrator that expertise is audio and video, tell me the difference between access point and a wireless router.
So a wireless router is that all-in-one device. So typically when you get a box from the ISP, a lot of times that is a wireless router. So it's got router capabilities, it typically has a 4-port switch involved in it, and then it has an access point all embedded in the same box. The problem with that oftentimes is that comes into the basement of the house or one corner of the house. That's not the ideal placement for your access point. You want that centralized where most of your traffic's at. So we're going to break those apart oftentimes, put in a wired router, and we're going to run a wire over to where we want an access point, which all it's doing now is managing that wireless activity. Okay. And so it lets you place the right product at the right place in the house to provide the best service.
So how are your specific Luxul's wireless routers and access points different?
From the base functionality, it's all based on standard IP, so standard-based products that will run and work for the rest. The things we do different are, it's simple to set up. We've really focused on making the UI simple, pulling the complexity out of a lot of these products, features that this industry typically doesn't need, and putting those deeper into the product. The other thing we do is provide free lifetime support on the product. So if the dealer's got a question, call our 800 number. Luxul support engineers will get on the phone, walk you through the setup, configuration, answer any questions you might have in setting it up. There's products in here that have a lot of unique characteristics to them. If I'm doing streaming audio, oftentimes I need spanning tree protocol enabled, especially if it's a wired wireless system, which a lot of them are. And so there's little details like that we can help out with that are industry-specific issues that we can address.
Talk about the routers, kind of the base of the system, right, where your network comes in and out from there everything goes. Right.
So our routers for us are kind of traditional IP routers in the sense it's going to route traffic. We've got a new version coming to market later this year that's true LAN-to-WAN gigabit speed. As you see Google Fiber being deployed a lot more widely, you need that faster speed. We have those kind of products coming out. More importantly, we're evolving our router to be more of a platform. So we're introducing some new services here at the show where you can actually run services from the router beyond just the core routing capabilities. Domos, which is a remote management product, will soon be available on our router. Our wireless controller will be available on our router. There's parental content management that's available on the router. So these are services now you can enable from the router that extend the capability for the dealer, walks them into recurring revenue models where they can begin to offer services for some of that.
Interesting. And then you said that's coming out later this year?
Later this year, yeah. So the router limits one is available today. Domos will be towards the end of the year. We have our new wireless router that has our wireless controller built onto it. And our goal is to put our wireless controller onto that as well next year.
All right, very good. Well, if someone's interested in becoming a dealer or learning more about Luxul, how do they find you?
The web is the best place, Luxul.com. Stop by the booth if you're still here, or if not, check us out at Luxul.com. You can always send an email to sales@Luxul.com as well for more information.
Jeff Curtis, I thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Tim.
For more information about AVNation, go to avnation.tv.